Morning, fellas. It's 9:15. We're about 76, 74 in the garage. Yeah, I got more junk in here. I don't know what's going on. And the washing machine and dryer's still here. I was told that they would be gone this weekend, so my youngest son's getting ready to go riding, and they're getting ready to take off. And it looks like we're going to be a John Kerry day today. And looks like I'm losing a neighbor. So today I was supposed to go to Nevada Pick Apart, and we were going to go look for a rear seat out of a 2000 Gen 5 Camaro, let's say. And something came up this morning and I couldn't go. So that'll be next week's adventure. We'll video that. But the plan is the thought is putting a Gen 5 seat in the back here. We work some of that framing because that seat folds down the back of and then that'll give us access to the ECM and the fuse box there. And that's what the thought is. So we need the seat here to sit there and to do some mock-up, and that's what we're going after. Still, some of those holes in the back, again, Nick, if you can tell me what they're for, you guys can see them. If not, I'm going to weld them up. Some of this bracing in the back, it's going to come out. I'm going to drill it out, come out, along with the stock seat attachments. We'll drill the spot welds out of those and take those off, and see what we're going to have to make for the Gen 5 rear seat to go in here, and what it's going to take. That's the thought on that. I started designing the console in AutoCAD, and I haven't got anything on that. But today we are working on the last of the fuel tank. See, I made a bracket for the vent. It's been primed, and we'll shoot it with some dupe color acrylic lacquer, and we'll get that installed. Everybody, last week's video, apparently I wasn't really clear on where I was going to put it. Everybody thought I was going to put it in the trunk. No, it's going underneath the package tray, up against the frame rail over here, underneath the car. So that's where I'm thinking of putting it, and that's where it's going to go. Ruben, if you look, remember your box was sitting here? It's on the way to you. Hold on. We'll walk in here. Here's the receipt, and there's your tracking number. So you should have it next Friday, and if I find anything else for the Nova, I'll be sending it along. So that's where I'm at today, guys. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Okay, the guys are taking off. We'll see ya. You're on video. I'm glad you're number one with me too, Pat.
Well, I am your second son after all, so
yeah.
I'm really not number one.
Well, now you're number one.
Uh-oh, number one. Number one's better than number two.
Yeah.
What does number two work for? Oh, that's right.
All right, you guys be safe.
All right, Tom.
All right, here's the one other thing I forgot to tell you in the last little episode is this is a weatherproof connector, and this is the other thing we're going to do today. Hold on. Is we're going to go ahead and put this on the plug for the come on out of there, you guys. For the fuel power and the fuel gauge lead. So then when we drop the tank, all you got to do is unplug it. And you got the crimping tool. So we're all set, and we'll be doing that too. First will be the bracket. We've got its first coat of black. And I was just informed these are leaving next weekend. So if not, they're going to be definitely out of here next weekend, because they will be in, put them on the back patio. So that's this. So we'll be doing this and that, and then the car's coming down and we'll flip it around. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, we're under the car. This is the weather pack connector I just did. Red is the power for the fuel pump. Yellow is the gauge. And these things are pretty slick. First time I ever used one. Watched a couple of videos on installing them. My son explained it to me. So now we're gonna wrap the rest of with the loom protector. I get this from Painless, and we'll put that there, and then we'll wire tie it to the return line on the fuel line, and that'll be it later. Okay fellas, here's the power lead, and it's wire tied up to the return line on the fuel. So that's done. Next is the vent, which is right here. Reason why the slack is so we can drop the tank down, and if need be, but the plugs help that too. So this is the ground for the tank and everything else. We got to tighten that up, and then that'll be it. And then we do the vent, and that'll be it. Take care of the fuel filter, which is dangling right here. We got to remount that, and that'll be it underneath here. All right. When I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, here's the fuel vent. Tucked it up in here off the Panhard bar bracket. So fuel filter is tied up right up there. So that's mounted back up again. Electrical's out of the way, everything's done. I guess I could do something with that. Maybe wire tie that up to there like that. Keep it off the sway bar. But that ends the last of the fuel installation. So guess what? We're gonna put a tire on and move my son's car and back this thing out and sweep out my garage. All right, when I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, man, if I would have planned it better, I would have had those out of here. I would have put that in place, and I would have e-coated or primed that, and so I could do body work on it. Oh well, but it's out finally. All the wiring tucked up real nice and neat, you can see. So, and I guesstimated that. I'm gonna have to pull it out and move it over a little bit. But yeah, she comes in, she'll go up on the jack stands all the way around, and then we'll move the subframe. So, for now, it's garage cleaning time. Thank God, get all these frickin' leaves out of here. So, when I have more, I'll turn this back on later. Hey fellas, garage is clean, car is backed in, and tomorrow she goes up on jack stands, and we start stripping her down. So, oh boy, I'm beat. But at least the tank install is 100% complete. That's done. And so these better go next week. If not, they're out at the curb. I about had it with it. It's definitely crimping my style on working on this car in here. So yeah, now I gotta go take a shower and get cleaned up, because this is why I couldn't go to the junkyard. The wife made an appointment for this afternoon. So oh, wait a minute, guys. Hang on. I'm gonna be right back. Where's my mind at? I got 2 mail calls. Jeez. So, let's see where this one's from. Alright, this one's from Steve Robb. Guy's got a great channel going on. Definitely enjoy watching his stuff. Looks like he's up in Canada, and it looks like he's getting ready for the winter. So tune Steve in. You'll enjoy his channel, and man definitely loves his beer. Steve. So do I. So check out Steve, you guys. Let's see. And this is from the Midwest Motor Rider. God, I couldn't sit there and say that. Midwest Motor Rider. Yep, he does some really great videos on bike rides he does. So go check him out. And there's his... There it is right there. That's his link. So go check him out. He's getting the last of his rides in. Oh, excuse me. Sorry for the shaky cam, guys. He's getting the last of his rides in before winter sets in. I know what he's going through, because I sat there and I grew up in the Midwest in a little town, Northbrook, Illinois, about 35 miles northwest of Chicago, and I bet you I got probably a ticket that not too many people have gotten in their life. I got a ticket for riding my motorcycle on the sidewalk on the 20th of December going to work. The reason why I was on the sidewalk is because the streets weren't plowed. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'll get these guys up here on the wall, and we'll go from there. I think they'll go right here. So as always, thanks for watching. When I have more, I'll turn it back on. Thanks for subscribing and leaving comments. Later, guys.